beast is this?
Names of particularly challenging opponents are displayed in different colors to draw attention to the significant threat they represent. Opponents with yellow names are more challenging and aggressive than average. Orange names represent extremely powerful enemies capable of threatening a full party of adventurers by themselves. So how come he's not attacking? Even though I set him to range.
Careful!
Yoshi, Deep Stalker. A fool trusts his eyes. A wise man fears every rock in a deep stalker. Possibly the strangest of all creatures found in deep roads is a deep stalker. Taspadam, as the dwarves called them, hunt in packs, generally by burrowing underground and then striking when their prey is in their midst. Stalkers come in several types. Spitters have venom glands and can spit secretions that slow or injure their prey. Jumpers hurl themselves at their targets. The most common variety scares its prey, leaving the unfortunate victim helpless against the rest of the pack. I didn't read about giant spiders. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control over living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures such as the spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few and the full range of their abilities are unknown. I'm going to check on Yoshi now. Huh. So then why? This is the party mode prefers range of and will automatically attack from range when enemies are visible, but he's not attacking when enemies are visible, so. I don't remember how this works. It's almost as if I have to It's almost as if I have to... like I have to toggle it on, but that doesn't make any sense. Because it should automatically be targeting the enemy at with this.
Be careful now. Ready.
Yeah, I think if you're controlling the character, maybe you don't. It doesn't follow the script. Okay.
Very well.
Hey, Olene Waka. Thanks for the follow. How's it going? Oh, I need to turn this on. Deep mushroom. Fungi found underground in close proximity to Lyrian veins. In addition to their restorative properties, they can also be made into poisons. After chewing a deep mushroom, the user regains a small amount of stamina. Spellcasters gain no benefit from deep mushrooms. Okay. I guess you can just leave this on.
It shall be done.
Does he also have that? No. These guys are low.
Good. Very well.
This Yoshi. Dear Lord. In and out. 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 Spirit resistance. That's where I came from. Dear God. So she went out again now. Rock South. South Vanimal tallow that smells foul. Is that you, Yoshi? And it's filled with tiny shards of rock. Rock South increases the user's armor and physical resistance and decreases movement speed and attack speed. Okay. Yoshi. Wooden crate.
It is begun. We must fight.
Dang, you're still alive?
Let us join them.
There we go.
More than food.
He was almost dead. Oops. Whoa. He resisted the curse of mortality.
Good, another down.
We'll need another way into the phylactery chamber. Let's explore the repository.
Isn't that what we're doing? Ooh. Blackened hardwood staff. Yes. Yes. Oops. Artifact.
Wow, that old wall's about to come down any moment.
What is he talking about?
Very well. I think the phylactery chamber is on the other side of the wall behind this bookcase.
Oh no! I wanna check out the other stuff first. So.
Look carefully. The mortar's damp and decaying here. We should be able to find something that can knock some of the bricks loose.
But the bookcase is in the way.
If we work together, we can shift it. Come on.
No, don't go in yet.
Now we just need to find a way to get through this wall.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Ew.
There's something odd about that statue.
I wonder who the statue is.
Greetings.
Maker's breath, did it just say something?
I am the essence and spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and advisor to Archon Valerius. Prophecy my crime, cursed to stone for foretelling the fall of my lord's house.
Archon Valerius?
I'm not sure. The Archons were the lords of the Imperium.
Forever shall you stand on the threshold of my proud fortress, he said, and tell your lies to all who pass. But my lord found death at the hands of his enemies, and his once proud fortress crumbled to dust, as I foretold.
A Teventa statue! Don't listen to it. The Teventa lords dabbled in many forbidden arts. This is a wicked thing.
How did the Teventa statue get here?
It must have been here for years. Look at the dust. I feel a little sorry for it. Ha.
Weep not for me, child. Stone they made me, and stone I am, eternal and unfeeling. And I shall endure till the Maker returns to light their fires again.
What does that mean?
Ambiguous rubbish. It could mean anything. I can do it too. The sun grows dark, but lo, here comes the dawn.
Stop talking to it. Please, both of you.
We can't do much with it anyway.
Come on, Challen. Let's go.
The Teventa Imperium. The Imperium is little more than a dilapidated old slattern, crouching in the far north of Thetis, drunkenly cursing at passerby to recall her faded beauty. Yoshi, no, baby. You know, in about an hour you're gonna eat. So no. You gotta wait a little bit for if you want that treat. A little later tonight, okay? Just go relax, sweetheart. Dear Lord. One can see that. Yeah, one can see that Miranthus was once the center of the world. The vestiges of her power and artistry yet stand, but they are buried in the layers of filth that the Imperium's decadence has accumulated over the ages. The magocracy live in elegant stone towers, literally elevated above the stench of the slaves and peasants below. The outskirts of Miranthus are awash in a sea of refugees, turned destitute by the never-ending war between the Imperium and the Kunari. And yet the Imperium survives, whether with sword or magic. Tevinter remains a force to be reckoned with. Miranthus has been besieged by men, by Kunari, by Andraste herself, and never fallen. What about this thing?
As you say. Use this with the rub. I'm sure it'll work. Hurry, the clock's ticking.
Use the Harry Potter one. Oh. Dang.
This is the first. It worked.
Oh, is there a book in here still? You already moved the bookcase. Okay.
We must find Jowen's phylactery, quickly.
It's a pity they've taken mine to Denerim.
Would you destroy yours too if it were here?
Of course, I could escape with you.
You still can. I don't think they'd be able to catch you once you're out of here. You'd know how to evade them. You're clever, not like me.
Let's just find my phylactery.
Okay, well... Scared shit on me.
You can't stop me!
I like how she's just... Oh, I need to give her a weapon. She's just like...
There is no glory in bloodshed!
He's dead?
Very well. Now you fall. Our skill has won the day.
I didn't give her a weapon. There you go, dagger. Can you dual wield? No. He doesn't have a weapon? Are you fucking kidding me? All this time I didn't give him a weapon. No wonder they're struggling. Where did we come from? Oh, from here. Okay. So there's a door over there. There's some shit over here. His phylactery is over there. Well, before we do that though, we better just explore the whole map. Hold on. Fire damage, armor. She can use armor. Hey, what am I using? Health regen, combat reduce hostility, +1 to attributes. Oh, she can use the armor penetration, I suppose. Okay. Cunning. Okay. Memory band. What's this? Oh, okay. We were trying to get here, and that was the door we couldn't open earlier. You see Joan's phylactery in the corner of this case.
That's my phylactery! You found it! I can't believe this tiny vial stands between me and freedom. So fragile. So easy just to be rid of it. To end its hold over me. And I am free.
Sooner we're out of here, the better.
I do not want to stay here a moment longer.
Well, let's go. How do we escape, though? Just through the main door? They're gonna be waiting for us.
Very well.
You found Joan's phylactery and he has destroyed it. It's time for you to make your escape. Get out of the repository and make your way to the Circle's main door. Yeah, this is a bad plan. Because they're gonna be waiting for you.
We did it! I can't believe it! Thank you. We could never have...
So what you said was true.
This looks bad.
Gregor.
An initiate conspiring with a blood mage. I'm disappointed with her. She seems shocked, but fully in control of her own mind. Not a thrall of the blood mage, then. You're a right, Erwin. The initiate has betrayed us. The Chantry will not let this go unpunished. And this one. Newly a mage and already flouting the rules of the Circle.
I'm disappointed in you. You could have told me what you knew of this plan, and you didn't.
You don't care for the mages. You just bow to the Chantry's every whim.
The First Enchanter does what he can to protect us.
Enough! As Knight Commander of the Templars here assembled, I sentence this blood mage to death. And this initiate has scorned the Chantry and her vows. Take her to Aenar.
The mage's prison. No. Please, no. Not there.
No! I won't let you touch her!
The maker. Magic. How could you? You said you never...
I dabbled. I thought it would make me a better mage.
Blood magic is evil, Joan. It corrupts people. Changes them.
I'm going to give it up. All magic. I just want to be with you, Lily. Please, come with me.
I trusted you. I was ready to sacrifice everything for you. I don't know who you are, Blood Mage. Stay away from me.
Are you all right? Where's Gregor?
I knew it. Blood magic. It's overcome so many. I never thought him capable of such power.
He lied to me.
None of us expected this. Are you all right, Gregor?
As good as can be expected given the circumstances. If you had let me act sooner, this would not have happened. Now we have a blood mage on the loose and no way to track him down.
He can't have gone far. You could still capture him.
Believe me, we will use our every resource. Where is the girl?
I am here, sir.
You helped a blood mage. Look at all he's hurt.
Lily didn't know Joan was a blood mage.
You've been a friend, but you needn't defend me any longer. Knight Commander, I was wrong. I was accomplice to a blood mage.
He still
I will
has.
accept whatever punishment you see
He
fit.
still has his spell.
Even Aenar.
Get her out of my sight. And you know why the repository exists. Some artifacts, some magics are locked away for a reason.
Did you take anything important from the repository?
Yes, the staff.
Shall we add thievery to your list of misdemeanors then? I'll be taking that back now, if you don't mind.
But your antics have made a mockery of this circle. What are we to do with you?
Do what you like. I stand by my decision to help Joan.
You helped a blood mage escape. All our prevention measures for naught. Because of you.
Knight Commander, if I may, I'm not only looking for mages to join the King's army, I'm also recruiting for the Grey Wardens. Irving spoke highly of this mage, and I would like him to join the Warden ranks.
Duncan, this mage has assisted the Malefica, and shown no lack of regard for the Circle's rules.
He is a danger. To all of us.
It is a rare person who risks all for a friend in need. I stand by my decision. I will recruit this mage.
No! I refuse to let this go unpunished.
I've always hoped to prove myself as a mage.
Rhaegar, mages are needed. This mage is needed. Worse things plague this world than blood mages. You know that. I take this young mage under my wing and bear all responsibility for his actions.
A blood mage escapes and his accomplice is not only unpunished, but is rewarded by becoming a Grey Warden. Are our rules nothing? Have we lost all authority over our mages? This does not bode well, Irving.
Enough. We have no more say in this matter.
What lies in store for me?
We must make our way to Ostagar, where the King's army is camped. You will be initiated there. I will explain more when the time comes.
Perhaps the Grey Wardens will appreciate my talent more.
You will have ample opportunity to hone your skills, I assure you. Come. Your new life awaits.
I'm taking the staff with me too.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Kokari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Oh there, Duncan.
King Kaelin, I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Oh there, friend. Might I know your name?
I highly doubt it. I'm chatty as your majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. I understand you hail from the Circle of Magi. I trust you have some spells to help us in the coming battle.
I will do my best, of course.
Excellent. We have too few mages here. Another is always welcome. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're too kind, your majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Hey Leon, how are you? How was your Christmas? I didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, your majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. Yet a king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
He didn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously.
True. Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Better now that your PC is back up and running properly. Christmas was good. Yeah, it was alright for me too. And for Yoshi. Crazy little Yoshi. What is it saying? I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Why not? He seems to regard the Grey Wardens highly.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais. He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you mean? What ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Why is this ritual so secret?
The joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Am I the only recruit you have?
No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Can you speak more about this Alistair? Oh god, there's a lot of fucking codex. Oh, and there's another one. Okay. The Kokari Wilds. You bought an M2 and it was Gen 4, and I can only read Gen 3. Are you talking about for the PC. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. None of these games really ready for that kind of stuff anyway. Your computer out of commission for the moment. Oh, isn't it supposed to be like backwards compatible, or compatible with all the previous versions of? I think I'm not sure. I thought they're all compatible. It's just that you won't get the speed that you can get from it. It is said that in the midst of the Black Age, when werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden in numbers that kept every farmholder indoors and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Orl of the Almari peoples stood and declared that he would put an end to the threat. His Arling stood on the border of the Dark Forest, on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley, and he claimed that the werewolves used the forest to launch their midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member of the Chassan wilder folk. Any one of them, he said, could harbor a demon inside and thus be a werewolf in disguise. For 20 years, the forest rang with screams and the rivers ran red. The tales say that an old Chassan woman found her sons all dead at the Arl's blades. She pulled one of those very blades from one son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing the Arl's name as she did so. Where her blood touched the ground, a mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's army became lost, and it is said that they died there. Others say they still wander. They wander still. The ruins of his Arling stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women waiting eternally for their husbands to return. The forest of the legend is, of course, the Kokari Wilds. There are as many legends about the great southern forest as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The Chassan wilder folk have made their home there since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands spread as far into the south as anyone has ventured. Beyond the mist of vast traces of snow, white-capped mountains, and entire fields of ice, it is a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the Chassan eke out an existence even there, and they tell the horrors beyond the wilds, and the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. To most, Ferelden simply ends with the Kokari Wilds. There is nothing beyond. The wilds is a land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more need be said? Okay. Is there any more stuff here? Nope. Magic and religion. The Aeonar. When the Imperium occupied the area that is present-day Ferelden, they had two sites dedicated to magical experimentation at the extreme ends of the Imperial Highway. The southern one was the fortress of Ostagar, which looked out over the Kokari Wilds. The northern one was Aeonar, though the exact location is now a secret known only to a handful of Templars. Whatever it was that the Vinter were trying to discover at Aeonar, their work was never completed. The fortress was overrun by disciples of Andraste upon hearing the news of her death. According to legend, it was a massacre eerily silent, for the invaders caught the mages while all but one of them were in the Fade. The site was left structurally sound but spiritually damaged. Possibly because of this, the Chantry chose to put it to use as a prison. accused Maleficarum and apostates are held in the confines of Aeonar. Those who have a powerful connection to the Fade, and particularly to demons, will inevitably attract something across the veil, making the guilty somewhat easier to tell from the innocent. Oh, this is the mage person. Okay. So why would your computer be out of commission even though, I mean, you still have your hard drive? And a lot of these games, they like to say SSD needed, but usually the difference is just loading time. Let me see here. You wiped everything? Oh. You don't have a backup? USB drive for your Windows? In darkness eternal they search for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumont, their taint twisted even the false god, and the whisperer awoke at last in pain and horror. Yoshi, what are you doing? And led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world. The first blight. Didn't need anything really. Oh, you mean you just wipe all the files? You still have Windows, so you just need to reinstall stuff. I guess the first game you're gonna reinstall is League of Legends, right? The false dragon gods of the Tevinter Imperium, and that's like should be pretty quick, lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instincts, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens twisted and corrupted, and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land of Blight. Okay, is that everything? Oh my god. King Kalin Theron. I hoped for a war like in the tales, the king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. Son of the legendary King Meryn Theron, Kalin was the first Ferelden king born into the land of free, a land free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he's held the throne alongside his queen, Anora. It takes more than legends to win the battle. Oh, Loghain. Loghain was born a farmer during a time when his country was under foreign occupation. When he was still a boy, he joined the resistance, where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. He became close friends with Prince Maric, the last true heir to the Ferelden throne, and together they led the rebels to drive out the forces of the Orlesian Empire. Maric raised his friend to the nobility, and Loghain is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents the Ferelden ideals of hard work and independence. Yeah, you installed a few things last night and already started the process of logging into everything. Nice. Yeah, like when I played The Quarry, you know, nowadays whenever there's like a new game, I always check to see if they recommend SSD or not. And then that game didn't even recommend SSD, so I just installed it on my hard drive. And like whenever like you're switching scenes, sometimes it's like it takes forever, and then it would glitch. It would glitch out. Like it would replay like the first 5 seconds of the cutscene. It's really weird, so I just move it to the SSD. So stuff like that. you know, even like on the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X, they're not even doing anything with that technology now. It was just a fad. They're like, look, here we have SSD now, and then like they didn't even really. Well, that consoles usually do that. You know, just with the consoles themselves, you know, like, oh yeah, we have a new console, but we're not gonna maximize what this console can do before we're gonna sell you a new one. Oh, this is just a tutorial. I think I already read this. Yeah, this was that tutorial. Okay. Why is it showing that you haven't looked at them, even though you did? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's all done. I'm all caught up. This scene still looks pretty cool.
Make her watch over you, my lord. Make her watch over you, my lord. Make her watch over you, my lord.
I still have this spell toggled on. Death magic. Carrying death magic wherever I go.
Make her watch over you, my lord.
Wow, so when you step out of the fucking mage tower, you're being called a lord. How nice. Is there anything else here? Nope. Okay. What? I can't leave.
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Ten worries that may not be enough. Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow. Still, the Ten worries that... The Tower of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
What is the Tower of Ishal?
I think they used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest.
Why is the tower off limits, exactly?
By orders of Tern Logain. The tower is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
This is a pretty large ruin. I mean, in lower chambers.
I didn't see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
This is a pretty large ruin.
Goes back to the time of the Tevinter Imperium. Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing.
I should go.
Make us speed your steps.
Dwarven maid. Wow, this game still looks pretty impressive. I know this game looks a lot better than number 2.
Make her watch over you, my lord.
It's so unfortunate that you can't... I mean, you can bump up the resolution to 4K, but the UI doesn't scale, actually. So if you play it in 4K, you can barely see anything. There's supposed to be a mod, but I don't know. Some people are saying it's like it's not worth it. Just play it in 1080p because it's causing
You must be the Grey Warden
other graphical issues. Now, if EA, well, if BioWare wants to be nice, you know, they should release like some kind of a UI scale patch to the game. That'd be nice.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
Where's Duncan's tent?
Not far. It's straight ahead.
Where's
just past the
Duncan's
Roman
taint?
Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
I'm looking for a Grey Warden named Alistair. Alistair. How do you pronounce this? Alistair.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages.
Alistair's so hot. Can't have sex with him though in this playthrough. I don't think I'm gonna be having sex with anybody else. Tell me about Ostagar.
Used to be a fortress a long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Do I hear dogs barking?
This is Ferelden, isn't it? The King has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
The Circle of Magi is here?
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Give me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars glaring at them. Can't miss it.
No, you know what would be fun? If they make a Dragon Age game where your main character is a Tranquil. Or you have a teammate who's a Tranquil. Where is the king?
Probably in his tent. He and Tairn Logain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguards. Drives Tairn Logain wild, that does.
Yeah, I think that might work. Like, your main character is a Tranquil, and then, like, instead of you, like, lusting over your teammates like, lusting over you. So they come into your tent and trying to seduce you, and you just, like, you give them, like, really deadpan responses. That might work. That would be fun. Is there anywhere to get supplies?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
I'll be on my way then. Oh, I want to ask you something else.
Go on then.
Oh,
Good luck to you then.
nothing else. New Codex Ostagar. Oh, this is long. Representing the furthest point of encroachment by the ancient Winter Imperium into the barbarian lands of the southeast, the forest of Ostagar was once one of the most important defensive holdings south of the Waking Sea. It stood at the edge of the Kokari Wilds, watching for any signs of invasion by barbarians known today as the Chassin Wilders. Straddling a narrow pass in the hills, the fortress needed to be bypassed to reach the fertile lowlands to the north and proved to be exceedingly difficult for the Wilders to attack because of its naturally defensible position. Like most imperial holdings in the south, Ostagar was abandoned after Tevinto's collapse during the First Blight. It was successfully sacked by the Chassin Wilders, and then, as the Chassin threat dwindled following the creation of the modern Ferelden nation, fell to ruin completely. It has maintained unmanned for 4 centuries, though most of the walls still stand, as does the tall Tower of Ishal, named after the great Archon that ordered its construction. Ostagar remains a testament to the magical power of the Imperium that created it. Okay. Well, I'm going to save the game. I have to go take care of something real quick. I don't know how long I'm going to be out there, so I'm just going to end the stream. I'll be back in a little bit, hopefully. Thanks for being here, Leon. Good luck with the PC. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.